Hi, everyone. All right. So, by popular demand, I've been asked to do more cocktails and keep kind of a channel going and with singing and cocktails, etc. So, I've decided to do it. I've actually made a list of cocktails. I've created some cocktails, and I'm going to make some classical 1, 2, just for fun. I mean, you can follow me if you want. You just click subscribe. Otherwise, it's fine. I'm just having a lot of fun. So, and today, as you can see, the name of the cocktail. So it's called the Lawless Martini. So you're wondering why a name? Well, and why a martini? Well, martini, there's a big story behind that. And so my friend Sue is in New York, in Brooklyn. I miss her dearly. It's been so long. And Sue and I met in 2001 in Montreal at McGill University when she directed Tales of Hoffman. And funny story, actually, and she'll remember because we always make that joke. And maybe if Bill also watches, he's going to remember this. But so we did 5 shows. So usually at university, we did 4 shows because there were 2 casts, and each cast would get 2 nights. But this one was really popular, so we did 5 shows. And the last night, because I was doing 2 characters, I was actually in every night, but I had, so night 1, 3, and 5, I was one character, and then night 2 and 4, I was the second character. So all this to say that at the last shows, the Sunday afternoon, we were tired because of all the shows and the rehearsal in school. So I'm backstage and we're waiting because it's the end of, we're getting close to the end of the opera, and I'm backstage with Frédéric Vézina, who's singing Antonia, and we're just waiting. And then, we're at the last part, and okay, great. And then there's a big silence, and then nothing. And then, they go, Luther est un brave homme, da, 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 da. And I'm backstage and we're going down, da, da, da. And then I just blank, and I'm like, oh my God, I was Luther tonight. So I forgot to go on stage and say, le dîner est servi. So we've laughed a lot after that, but about that story. But that's an anecdote that 20 years later, we still talk about. So we met in 2001, and then the following year, she came back to McGill to direct The Rake's Progress, where I was the dad. But the funny thing is that Broadway started calling me, and I was getting all these callbacks in New York for, what was the show? The Bohème, the Baz Luhrmann La Bohème, that was going to be on Broadway. I did 5 callbacks, and then I started with auditions, etc. in New York. And Sue was absolutely fantastic. She goes, oh, you stay at my place. There's a futon. You stay. It's not the most comfortable. It used to be called The Rock, but it's great. I loved it. And to this day, I still have your keys, Sue. I know you changed the doors and the locks and everything, but I still have the keys and the little thing, the little key holder that you gave me. It's a souvenir. So, but we've been friends since, and Sue has been such an amazing friend. She was a great mentor, personal and artistic. We spent so many nights in her house. There was the downstairs where we had the living room, the TV, and we would drink martinis, hence the Sue Lawless Martini. And we talk a lot about arts and life, and I grew a lot as a person thanks to her. So I wanted to do a little homage. And if we're doing these cocktails, and she also asked me, she goes, I would love it if you did another one. So surprise, Sue, this is for you. So a martini. So she's a vodka martini. I prefer gin martini, but it's going to be a vodka martini for right now for this cocktail. And I'm using Iceberg vodka, which is Canadian vodka, and I've put it in the freezer, so it's really icy cold. I prefer vodka in the freezer. A lot of people say, well, if it's good vodka, it shouldn't go, and blah, blah, blah. I agree. it's not that I agree or disagree, actually. It's whatever you like, you just do it, you know? Yeah, I just noticed my collar was undone. I'm sure people will comment. All right, and then, so what I did for vermouth, which I think is my little moment. So Sue and I, we used to go to Joe Allen in New York, which is the restaurant on West 46th Street near Broadway. We ate there so many times. And I would always drink the Long Island iced tea, and she would always get white wine, Pinot Grigio. So, Sue, for you, what I did is I bought a bottle of Pinot Grigio, and I decided, because vermouth is actually wine that is flavored with herbs and spices, etc. But what I did is I took rosemary from my garden, and I infused the wine. This is just a regular bottle. This is an Ontario Pinot Grigio. It's young, it's fine. And I put it two weeks in it. And the reason being the rosemary, for me, rosemary is very Italian. Why? I don't know. It is. And it's in my garden. And near Sue, there was a restaurant called the Red Rose. And we would go, and there was Tony and Anna and right now I'm forgetting the son's, I know it starts with S, whatever. So that's going to be my vermouth. So I'm not going to shake it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stir it because I prefer it. And you know what, for cocktails, just do whatever you want. So I'm going to do 2 ounces. Some martinis are 3 ounces, some 4, but you know what? It's still early. So 2 ounces of this really icy cold vodka. Then I'm going to do about 1/4 ounce of vermouth. And I'm going to just stir. Just stir. It's not a science here. It's very simple. And voila, little martini glass. I wish I had these beautiful, tall, crystal martini glass, you know, but when we were with Sue, I learned that it's not about having these big glasses, etc. She had these beautiful glasses with the ball under, and that was it. They were small, and that's how we drank our martini. So this is the Sue Lawless Martini. And Sue, remember all the shows I used to watch, The Nanny, The Golden Girls, you know? Well, just like the song says, thank you for being a friend. Love you. And to everybody, subscribe if you want more cocktails, and we're going to be some more surprises along the way. Bye.